Hello everyone and welcome to English for Free YouTube channel. In today's video is about parts of speech. We're gonna go through all the 8 parts of speech and we will provide definitions and examples. But before we get started, we should know first what is parts of speech. Parts of speech is a name given to a word based on its job in a sentence. Think of it like the job of the word in a sentence. The same way a person can be a teacher or a lawyer or a doctor, the word also can be a noun or an adjective or an adverb. Understanding parts of speech will help you to have a better understanding in grammar. So let's get started. The first part of speech is a noun. So, what is a noun? Noun is the name of a person, animal, place, object, or an idea. For example, men, pencil, happiness, college, these are all nouns. We use the term noun to anything in life that has a name. Articles like the, a, and an are often used to introduce a noun. For example, that's an elephant. Where is the house? He is a doctor. As you can see, the word elephant came after the article an. This is an indicator that the following word is a noun, and the word elephant is used to describe an animal, so elephant is a noun. The same thing with the other examples. The is an article, and house is a name for a place, therefore a house is a noun. In the last example, a is an article, and doctor is a word to describe a job, so doctor is also a noun. The general rule is whenever you see an article, the following word is a noun. Yes, that's correct, but that's not always the case. We will explain more. As you can see in the singular form, there is the article a, and in the plural form, it does not require an article. So a noun in the singular form always requires an article before it, but a plural noun, it does not require an article. So how can you identify a noun even though there is no article? First, you need to check whether it names a place or a person or an animal or an idea, and also to transform the word to its singular form. To see if it requires an article in its beginning. If it does, then it's a noun. Let's give an example. I saw dogs running. So to identify whether the word dogs is a noun, first check if it names something. So dog is an animal. This is the first indicator. Now let's transform it to its singular form and try to put it in the sentence. Now let's read it. I saw a dog running. Does it sound correct and natural? It does not. If we add the article a, I saw a dog running. Now it's correct and sounds more natural. Nouns are divided to 2 categories, common nouns and proper nouns. Common nouns name any person, place, thing, or an idea. They are not capitalized unless they come at the beginning of a sentence. And on the other hand, proper nouns. Proper nouns are the names of a specific people, places, things, or ideas. Proper nouns should always be capitalized. Let's see these examples to understand more. As you can see, common nouns mostly are general. If we say a boy, it is a general term. It can be any boy. So, the boy is a common noun. But when we specify which boy we're talking about, for example, James, it then becomes a proper noun. Here are some tips so you can differentiate between a proper noun and a common noun. To determine if a word is a common or a proper noun, look at the capitalization. Is the noun capitalized in the middle of the sentence? If so, you're most likely to have a proper noun. Let's see this example. I have a sister named Jennifer. As you can see, we have one common noun and one proper noun in the sentence: sister and Jennifer. The word sister is a proper noun because it names a person, and the word Jennifer is a proper noun because it has a capital letter and it specifies the common noun sister. But you cannot always rely on capital letters, as sometimes a proper noun can be in the beginning of a sentence, and the beginning of the sentence are always capitalized. So, for example, Jennifer is my sister. So now, how can we identify if the first word is a proper noun? What you need to do is ask yourself, who? Who is my sister? So obviously the answer is Jennifer. And that's how you can make sure if the word is a proper noun even though it's in the beginning of a sentence. Moving on to the next parts of speech, which is a pronoun. Pronouns are used in a place of nouns. The purpose of a pronoun is to avoid repetition and make sentences easier to understand. These are examples of pronouns: I, you, he, she, it, we, they. These are all used to replace a noun. Here's an example. Jamal took my car to the mechanic to get my car fixed. As you can see, the sentence don't sound natural because we have repetition of the two words my and car. Let's see when we add a pronoun, will the sentence change? Jamal took my car to the mechanic to get it fixed. As you can see, the sentence sounds a lot better and it's reasonable. Here's another example. The construction workers are building the office. The construction workers are making good progress. The construction workers should finish the project in no time. And let's see this sentence after we add pronouns. The construction workers are building the office. They are making good progress. They should finish the progress in no time. As you will notice, the sentence sounded a lot better and more correct after adding pronouns. Generally speaking, pronouns allow us to shorten our sentences and make them sound less repetitive. Moving on to the third part of speech, which is a verb. A verb is a word or a combination of words that indicates action or a state of being or condition. A verb is the part of a sentence that tells us what the subject performs. Now let's give examples of verbs. Jamal drinks orange juice every morning. The verb in this sentence is drink. So what does it do in a sentence? Well, it describes the action of the subject, which is Jamal. You might notice that we added the letter S in the verb. It's because with verbs, only those with a third person singular noun or pronoun he, she, and it, we add the S in the verb in the present tense. To identify a verb in a sentence, what you need to do is find the word in a sentence that describes an action. Basically, verbs are action words. They describe someone or something performing an action. Start by looking at a sentence and identify the action words. If there are more than one, then underline all of them. For example, in the sentence, he ran to the beach, the verb is ran because running is an action. If you still can't identify a verb, some of them often have a distinct ending. ing, ed, en, and s. These are added when a verb tense changes. If you can't find the action word right away. Look at the sentence again for words with common verb endings, and you've probably found the verb. For example, Jack was thinking about the test. Find the word that ends with ing. As you can see in this case, it's thinking, which is also the sentence verb. Now moving on to the fourth part of speech, which is adjectives. An adjective describes or modifies a noun and a pronoun in a sentence. It normally indicates quality, size, shape, duration, feelings, contents, and more about a noun or a pronoun. Adjectives usually provide relevant information about the noun or pronoun they modify or describe. By answering the questions what kind, how many, which one, and how much. Let's give an example of an adjective. The team has an invincible goalkeeper. What you need to do is ask yourself, what kind? What kind of goalkeeper the team has? The answer is invincible. So invincible is an adjective because it modifies the noun phrase goalkeeper. Let's check another example. I have 10 candies in my pocket. When you see a number in a sentence, ask yourself, how many? How many candies in my pocket? So the answer is 10, and 10 is an adjective. Another example. I loved that red car. Ask yourself, which one? Which car? The answer is red, meaning that red is an adjective. Another example. I earn more money than he does. Ask yourself, how much? How much I earn? The answer is more money. As you can notice, more modifies the noun money. So therefore, more is an adjective. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. And stay tuned for the next parts of the video as we will cover the rest of the parts of speech. And if you have any questions, please write them down in the comments below.